Good morning and welcome to Randy's Crafty Creations. I wanted to bring to you today a cute little treat holder for some Andes mints. And I am using one of the new stamp sets that will be featured in our mini catalog that starts January 4th, runs through April 2023. And then our celebration catalog, we always start celebration January 5th, and it runs until the end of February. So there's really good things in both these catalogs. I cannot show you the inside, but I can show you the stamp set and the punch because I was able to pre-order them. So my friend Evelyn sent me this cute little Andes mint holder. We like to just make little favors for each other and to just give us gifts. We recently went to an event and we stayed in the hotel and we gave room service and the concierge just little candy holders and post-it note holders. So we always love to have these little things. And she made this little one and she sent me the template. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make it for you today. So this is the one she sent me with the 3 Andes mints. I turned around and I made this one thinking about my kindergarten team for Valentine's Day. I love that we are friends. So I work with a great group of kindergarten teachers. I love being their aide. And I like to give them little things for the holidays. So I'm going to give them the cute little Andes mint holder. And I had no idea, but when I was at Target, the other day, they have all these different flavors of Andes mints. So there's your regular ones that my grandmother always got us every Thanksgiving. Then there's cookie, sorry, I'm trying to read them. Mint Cookie Crunch, Cherry Jubilee, Toffee Crunch, Thins, and one more, I can't remember the name of it. It didn't sound appealing to me, so I left it on the shelf. But anyway, I didn't know they had so many different kinds. So that makes these good for any body and any time. So let's go ahead and we're going to make this. We're going to use the Country Bouquet stamp set, the matching punch. We're going to use some Poppy Parade ink. We are going to use some Poppy Parade cardstock. And this is some of our designer series paper in Poppy Parade from the, sorry, this whole thing was made with scraps, which is wonderful, from the Bright designer series paper. Okay, so again, I made all of this with scrap paper, which again makes this an even better treat holder. So looking at her, let me clear all this off. Clear this off. All right, so looking at her dimensions, we are going to cut a piece that is 2 3/4 by 4 1/2, and then we're going to score it. So let me get my trimmer. I would normally use my Simply scoring tool, but for this, because it's small, I'm just going to use my trimmer. And yes, FYI as a cheat, do a whole piece of 8 1/2 by 11 and only score one time and then cut all your pieces to make multiples. But for the video, I wanted to do it in small sections with scrap. So we're going to score at 1 inch. We're going to score at 1 1/4. We're going to score at 2 7/8. And we're going to score at 3 1/8. All right, that is our candy holder. Right? That was pretty hard to do. So let's go ahead and get our next piece. And this is the piece that helps hold the pocket together. Okay, so this piece is cut 3/4 by 4 1/4. And we are going to score it at 1/2 inch. Sorry, this is the one place my nails get in the way because it's so small. 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 3 1/2. So that's much easier for me. And 3 3/4. And yes, I could have flipped it around and just done the 3.5 and 3 3/4. That would have been fine. Anyhow, we have our 2 pieces. All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold and burnish on all my score lines. Okay, but before I put it together, I'm going to put all my designer series paper on. I like to have things with layers. I just like things with layers. All right, that's all in there. All right, this is going to be our bottom piece that's going to hold our mints. This is going to be our top flap. All right, if we look at our designer series paper, we have 3 pieces cut. One is 1 1/8 by 2 5/8. That is this one. Okay, that is going to go there. Okay, we have a piece that's 1 3/8 by 2 5/8. That's going to go on the back. And we have this one that's 7/8 by 2 5/8, and that's going to go on this flap. So let's go ahead and just put those on. Again, this is great to make with scrap paper, or if you're intentionally making a whole bunch of them, just start with bigger pieces of cardstock, do all your scoring at one time, and then just cut the pieces that you need. What I like about doing these with the designer series paper is it's reversible, but I really like this plaid side. So that is the side I am going to use. And I'm just going to use my seal. You don't really need your Seal Plus, but you know, either one works fine. Okay, so that's made. Now, this piece is going to get glued to the inside so that it makes the little pocket to hold your candies so they don't fall out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my liquid glue. By the way, if I didn't say it before, it is New Year's Eve 2022. So happy New Year to everybody. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful 2023. All right, so I'm going to just adhere that gently to the inside bottom flap there. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to adhere it gently to the inside bottom flap. Here, I'm going to try to make it as square as possible. You can check your flushness by putting it up against the score line. I moved mine up just a little bit higher. What I like about using our liquid glue is you can work with it. It's not permanent for a couple minutes. And of course, because I'm working with the video, let me get my glasses, sorry. Because I'm working with the video, I am messing up because I cannot see right. So I don't know how other people video. So I'm using my phone and I have it on my stand. And I look up into it every once in a while to make sure that I am still in frame, because I tend to move forward or backwards and move out of frame. So it's not comfortable for me to keep my glasses on, but I need them when I'm putting tiny things together. Anyway, there you go. Super simple. All right. I am also going to add some liquid glue back here because I'm going to make sure my score line is flush, and I'm just gonna close off my box just like that. Stick my bone folder inside and make sure that it's going to stick nicely. And that's pretty much all there is to making this holder, right? Super simple. You could whip a bunch of these out pretty quick. The other thing, we'll go ahead and we'll decorate it in a minute. The other thing that I like to use is these teeny tiny, and I just ordered some more from Amazon. They were like $3, but these teeny tiny little Velcro low profile dots for closures. So I'm going to put one right here, and then when we put our candy in, I'll take the other piece off, we'll stick it down, and then it'll be nice and even. So let's go ahead and stamp. I'm using scraps. So I'm going to take my punch, and it has a big heart, it has 2 leaves, and it has a little heart. One of the stamps in this stamp set is together like that. And yes, you can stamp it and punch it all at one time. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take my punch, and I have a little scrap of Poppy Parade, and I'm just going to punch out 2 more little red hearts from that. So I have those. Okay, I'm going to stamp. I have this flag from my stitch shape dies. All right, always check the orientation of your punch so you know which way to stamp for it to go in correctly. So I'm going to stamp my hard outline here. All right, I'm going to move that over for a second. I'm going to stamp my sentiment all the way to the right because I'm going to end up tucking it underneath. Now, again, this sentiment for me works out great. I love that we are friends. You know, it just makes it so that I can just keep giving those to my friends. And if I were going to go ahead and give it to a stranger, there is a stamp in there that says just for you. So you could stamp that and just carry that around and hand that out if you know you're going somewhere. All right, so we can go ahead and we can put this together. I'm going to glue my little heart in the center there. And just a little bit will do it. And you can put this at any angle in there. Okay, I'm going to glue it right to the edge of my sentiment. And I'm going to glue it at an angle. And I'm gluing it at an angle because that's how it's going to fit with the least amount of overhang on my, treat holder. Okay, I know, I keep going up there. I apologize. All right, my treat holder. So let me go ahead and get some dimensionals because that's what I'm going to put that on with. And I'm going to put one here to reinforce where I've attached it and one right here. And before I put that piece on, let me go ahead and put my candies inside. So this is one of the mint ones. Here's a caramel one. Here's another mint one. I'm going to pull off. Come on. Where am I? There. Going to pull off my backing sheet. You know, I love these little things, but again, sometimes my nails do get in the way of little tiny things. But it's okay, because I make do. All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold this down. I'm going to look at the size and make sure it's even. Okay, but now we've got it so it can open and close. Right? Super easy. All right, now that it's folded down, I will take my dimensionals off. I will glue this down. And I have another treat all ready to go for my friends for Valentine's Day. So thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm Randy from Randy's Crafty Creations. If you need anything and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, please go ahead and visit my website at randycollins.stampinup.net. And hopefully I will see you guys soon. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve. If you're doing anything tonight, please stay safe. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.